best 16 as well coming into this. Don't forget it is that rookie jungler coming in for BLG, who'll be looking to take on what has been the superstar for eStar in Wei.
And let's just remember that best 16, last time he was in the LPL was for OMG in 2019 spring. He was playing things like the Riven jungle, he was playing things like the Xinjiao jungle. This guy loves to carry. That's not really the style we've seen out of him. And apparently it's not going to be the style we see today as Trundle's locked in.
Hey, you said it already, BLG do like the Trundle, they do like the Troll, and they will lock it in #1. And I'm kind of surprised to see this because we can see Wei, who's been pretty proficient on the likes of the Graves, can still go towards that. You've got a lot of those AD carries still open if you want to go towards the likes of the Aphelios. And I wouldn't be surprised to see eStar just tend towards a jungle and AD carry pick, but instead, you said it at the beginning, Munch, they have played 6 games of Wukong so far, and they will continue going with that.
Well, this will be the 6th. You're absolutely right. Xiaobai with 4 of them. They even brought in CJJ for 1 game. He also played the Wukong, though, so it wasn't that different of a game overall. And now looking towards potentially the AD carry position, which with Kalista and Varus banned away, Ezreal's a very solid pick.
I mean, that Death Stance build on both Aphelios, both on the Ezreal, has made these such strong champions, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Aphelios locked in on that opposite side and see if we do get that Infinity Edge, Runaan's Hurricane into Death Stance build for the Aphelios.
So now looking towards FoFo, the LMS mid laner that came into BLG earlier on in the year. We'll see if... no, in fact, not going for a mid laner at all. They're going for a Hecarim Dagda in the top lane.
So this is very much a skill matchup in the top lane. Would have been very back and forth. Hecarim taking over in the early stages of Wukong. As always, when he gets to level 6, suddenly has kill pressure out of nowhere. But we will see Fenfen locking in the Sett. There is the opportunity for this to go down to xiaoC, but Fenfen has played this mid as well, so expect that flex pick to go here.
Yeah, we'll see where the Sett goes. And, do you know, every time we see a Sett in the draft, you never quite know where it's going to go until the draft finishes out. But Zoe going to be banned away here by eStar as we move towards the 2nd phase. And it looks like the mid lane pool in general will be pinched as Kassadin is removed as well.
They are already looking, going, hey, look, they've got a lot of get into your face here with the Wukong, with the Sett, and you want to make sure that you're not going to add a Kassadin or something along those lines here for Fenfen, who has played that Kassadin as well already. And I think that means that when you look towards BLG, there's the opportunity here for them to go, right, we're just going to play full disengage, or at least this front-to-back fight that makes it very difficult for you to get in and go for something like the Azir in that mid lane.
Yeah, the big thing about Fenfen, though, is he's already played 5 different picks this split across 5 different games. He's played the Sett, the Zoe, the Galio, the Kassadin. All of those are either picked or banned away this series. The Ekko's still available, though.
Curious to see now what we'll see picked up here. They could go for the support, but a lot of teams, as we said before, have been favoring going with the support as that counter pick. But okay, it's going to be Wei going with the Ekko. So right now, eStar are definitely going to be holding off in the aggression in the early stages, or at least they should be holding off in the aggression in the early stages. Doesn't even always mean that they will, but Wei will be looking to scale up. And the same with this Ezreal, needing to get to those 2 items before you really are in a position to fight against BLG.
We're going to see FoFo on his Azir. This is one of the picks that he used in the finals of the 2019 LMS when he became an LMS champion before moving over to the LPL. So excited to see him on one of these comfort picks once more.
Look how strong the front-to-back fighting is from BLG, though. You've got this super tanky front line in the Trundle, the Hecarim, and that Nautilus in the bottom lane. Then you've got your big heavy hitters that will be firing from behind in the Azir and the Aphelios with lots of safety thanks to that Azir Emperor's Divide. So it's going to make it a lot more difficult for Wei on this. Oh, actually, well, it's going to be Fenfen in the Ekko, but still looking towards the Wukong to get involved and xiaoC on this set to jump into the mix.
Yeah, when you're talking about frontline as well, on the other side for eStar, it's basically just xiaoC. Everyone else is going to be pretty squishy, but there is a massive amount of damage on the composition from eStar.
There's a lot of damage there, and I think the way eStar, now that we're seeing the way things are going to flesh out with the Graves coming in for Wei, they'll be looking to go towards this 1-4, create some pressure around the map either through Xiaobai or Fenfen, and then use that to try and get a tempo advantage where they can look to fight 4 versus 5.
We'll see if they can find those numbers advantages across the course of the game. I'm just excited for the horsey in the top lane, Dagda. I'm excited to see this Hecarim versus the Wukong and how that is going to pan out. But talk to me a little bit about the Hecarim pick, because it's still one of those fringe picks when it comes to the meta. How's that going to function as part of a team?
Well, the whole idea here, at least in the lane against Wukong, is that you continuously push in the wave. Wukong, at least until he gets that Tiamat, really struggles to wave clear. So you're just going to shove in, then look to try and roam towards mid lane and have an impact in mid lane. You can also do quite well in surviving that burst combo once the Wukong hits level 6. And once that ultimate is down for Wukong, you have a lot of return damage. You can actually got kill pressure then on Wukong. And when you get to those team fights, it's ultimate all the live long day. Be that big engaged.
With now, they're on to Summoner's Rift, and we're ready to get our first game of week number 3 underway. It's eStar against BLG, and we've got a Hecarim on the Rift. We'll see if they can gallop their way to their first victory of the split here for BLG Gaming. But eStar, as you can see on your screen, are certainly not going to let that go without a fight.
Nice ward placement, though, from BLG to spot out any sort of... Oh, way. Oh, no. He took Ignite.
What a way to go.
Oh, no. Like,
I don't even know what to say about that, mate. I don't have words for... that is... You know, right, so Dagda, there's a concept, right, of losing the game in draft. This is like a very extreme version of losing the game in draft. Because it's nothing to do with the champions. They just picked the wrong summoner spell. Facebreaker goes on in, best 16, has to flash away. I mean... If you've got Ignite in your jungler, this is the way to at least start things off. Guarantee a buff.
The thing is, though, you actually get all of your experience from that jungle item. So Wei is massively far behind. He's not going to be able to hit level 2 off this red. He's not going to be able to catch up with Best. And we talked about BLG having this later scaling composition. Well, you've just lost your jungler.
You sound,
you think they can FF
you sound like your
can they
voice
FF
is
at
breaking.
50? I am so...
They're not gonna. They're just gonna brawl, and that's what I love about eStar. Wei goes in, just gonna smack FoFo with a shotgun a couple of times here. We're gonna be seeing Comet Azir here today, Dagda. I know you don't care about Azir's runes, though. I know you're just looking away right now. Uh-oh, Wing's in trouble. This is the level 2 power spike that has not been respected. Exhaust onto Wing. XinMo gets a root onto ShiauC as well. Good damage across both teams, but I'm actually amazed at how even that was, considering it was level 1 versus level 2.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all summoners out from the supports. You've got even trade to heal, and Wink and ShiauC are just about to hit that level 2, so they get an even trade all said and done. So not too bad for the eStar bot lane.
Well played, well played. And now Wei gets his second buff of the game.
To hit level 2. Yay.
Yeah, it took him 2 buffs to... He's already... After stealing away Best 16's red buff, he's a level down on Best 16.
I was looking forward to a really nice early game from eStar, seeing some of that prowess that we talked about, and, well...
Yeah.
It's over. Well, look, let's look at what BLG can do, okay, to try and punish this.
Let's look at the positives.
Best is going to be able to have a field day in this game, and this is where you get to show what you're really capable of as a jungler, because you are 4 versus 5 essentially right now, where Best can just run wherever the hell he wants, and you can see although Wei has cleared so much of his jungle, going to be massively far behind, and Best... hitting level 3 now, will be able to move back down towards his Raptors, hit that level 4. And I want to see him being proactive now. I want to see him either moving in towards Wei's side of the jungle to get into his face, especially since you'll have a pushing bottom lane, or just making early aggressive plays towards mid and trying to set FoFo up against Fenfen.
So I just want to exemplify what you were saying before about how the jungle item gives XP. Wei has done 3 buffs and a Scuttle Crab, and he's just hit level 3 now off of Grump as well. He is going to consistently be so far behind in the jungle when it comes to experience. They just have to, they've got to find fights, right? I don't see how, like, if you just farm, you're going to fall behind.
Well, he's already falling behind. And the problem is, how do you find fights otherwise? Honestly, I'm kind of in half a mind to just pop him into a side lane with Xiaobai and see if maybe you can do something there, because he needs to get some of this minion. You've got to now donate some of your lane farm to him, just so then you can even get the XP sharing. But the problem is that a little while ago, Riot changed the experience, which is why you're seeing bottom lane takes so long to hit the likes of the that level 6 mark is the sharing experience is way down on the solo experience that you get. It's not like it's a 50-50 between the support and AD carry. So Wei, by trying to go to a lane to soak experience, is instantly going to hurt whatever laner that is.
It's going to be a level down once again. And I just want to kind of set expectation. Oh, here we go, actually. Let's look at Wei, because he's going to make a play having Kingen. Level 5. And that's kind of the beauty. Wei comes in, just takes the whole wave. And I don't think eStar were expected to come in here and have to creatively problem solve quite in this way.
And the thing is, as Kingen in this top lane.
Oh no, it goes from bad to worse. Wei is caught out, has to flash. He even used his Ignite actually on Kingen there.
Yeah, they would have been able to kill him. I mean, you're only level 3 is Wei. It's a lot of health and damage that Kingen has off of just those 2 levels. So Kingen now should hit that level 6 first. We just talked about that experience sharing. And Hecarim has kill pressure when he hits that level 6. So the getting to level 6 point is really crucial in this matchup. And Kingen should just be able to hit it off of this next wave.
It's going to become very... Okay. Oh, actually, Xiaobai had an XP advantage already, apparently.
Yeah, which I'm surprised. Oh,
despite being 10 CS down. I don't know what is happening in this game, Dagda. I'm not quite sure how this is all padded out, but I'm assuming Kingen is about to hit that level 6 mark. There it is. Wei hanging around. He knows that they're about to go for a play here. Kingen tries to jump away from himself, but he's actually going to... Oh, he nearly turns it around! Xiaobai barely survives.
This is an incredibly close matchup in the top lane. You can see it there. No Ignite for Kingen. And not being able to kill Xiaobai fast enough means that they're able to get at least a kill back in Wei's favor. And now he's being pushed forward in that experience. So at least with some of these kills and the experience that he's soaking up, getting some advantages for eStar's jungle.
I thought Xiaobai was going to win the 1v1 there. And then I thought Kingen was going to turn it around and kill him. But Wei arrives, gets the kill at the last second, and saves the day.
Every ounce of damage in this matchup. So not having Ignite was such a crucial factor there, and Kingen just not able to have that last bit of burst damage that he needed.
And that's one important thing to mention, actually, as well, is obviously, as Hecarim, you don't run flash, because you're real quick, actually, because you're a horse, it turns out.
And you've got your ult, which is so good at helping you get out of trouble, you know?
ShiauC jumps forward, but won't quite find wings there on the Aphelios. And we're looking at the bot lane right now. You can see there's a cull on both of the AD carries. Nothing's going to happen down here. Best 16 and Wei are going to just avoid this like the plague. Oh, XinMo, though, is not going to avoid Fenfen. He's found him in the mid lane, forced to flash already. XinMo wasn't level 6, so they can't quite make anything more happen.
So there's that roam that we're talking about from Kingen, who shoving in this wave and top will try and get out to make plays happen. But as long as this game stays around about this state, BLG are going to be pretty happy, although they have fallen a little bit behind to eStar when it comes to the farm. But either way, they don't have to be the ones succeeding in plays. As long as eStar are falling behind a little bit, that's where BLG can get to that late game stage, and Wei will only start to fall further and further behind because he doesn't have the jungle experience to help him.
I mean, that's ultimately it, right? Even outside of the lack of smite on Wei, if you just joined us, take a look on the right. Wei didn't bring smite to the game. It wasn't a strategy. He just picked the wrong summoner spell.
Yeah, take an Ignite to a smite fight. I mean, what was he thinking? You know?
I feel there's some kind of pentakill album, I'm pretty sure. ShiauC moves into the mid lane here. But yeah, just... Oh, hang on. We do have a fight. XinMo pulls him in. Haymaker, just going to be blocked by the Titan's Wrath there. But when we looked at the compositions right at the start, already it was BLG, they just want to chill, they want to get to late game. Now without Smite, Wei and the rest of eStar have even more pressure on them to make things happen right now, and they're going to be doing that as they go in. xiaoC is an absolute beast, pulling them all in and securing one kill. Wei gets 1v1 in the meantime. Oh dear, it's not good. It is not good. Fenfen should be able to chase out Best though. Should be able to finish this kill as well. xiaoC is going to make sure there is no way out of this one. And Wei gets... Oh, sorry. It's going to be Fenfen grabbing the killing blow.
They do manage to get the kill, but the big thing here again, Wei going down. And the problem for eStar right now is they can't actually contest any objectives, because anytime they go towards a dragon, a Rift Herald, a Baron, well, you're going to just be outsmited by Best, walking in, smiting, and then walking straight back out. It becomes so difficult to play any of these objective fights.
I think this is still possible for eStar Dagda. Because actually, if they can get a big enough gold lead, it's just not going to matter. They're already 1,500 up at this point. If Wei can hit level 6, he's going to lethality. He's still just going to one-shot Wings if he finds him.
That's going to be the ultimate BM if eStar's win, but Wings might be caught out.
Oh, ShiauC's found him. He's going to be able to get the stun with the Facebreaker. In comes everyone. Haymaker's not enough, though. And now the turnaround from XinMo. Wei going to be knocked up. One more auto, and Wings grabs the kill.
And BLG are able to turn around another play from eStars, and Wei is the culprit. It sucks so much for this Braves. Now, best 16, seeing that play happen on the bottom side of the map, will be able to steal away this Rift Herald completely without any sort of pressure.
This is exactly what happened with the Dragon earlier on as well, right? Best is just like, look, Wei cannot win if I just outfarm him and level up a bunch. I'm going to take the Dragons, I'm going to take the Rift Heralds. I know he can't contest me. I'm just going to play the opposite side of the map.
And this is going to be a massive, massive story for eStars if they are actually able to bring this back, because this is where they have to rely on their shot calling. They have to figure out how to play these late games perfectly, where they're able to contest but not actually start the likes of these late game Dragons, the Barons, and rely on Xiaobai split pushing, Fenfen split pushing, and trying to maneuver both of these solo laners back in towards fights with numbers advantages. It's going to be really difficult for eStars, but this is where they need to see. We need to see that growth that happened over that summer break.
Wei is the same level as ShiauC right now. Wings is in a whole heap of trouble. Goodbye, my friend. 4-man dive onto his solo Aphelios. They're going to get some good damage onto this tower, but without minions, it does mean they have to back away. Dragon spawning in 20, though.
Dragon is spawning. You have to kill best, though, before you start it. So keep your eyes to see if eStar can pick out where this Trundle is, kill him, and then turn towards the objective to give them at least a 50-50 on securing that objective.
Honestly, if eStar managed to get a Dragon Soul this game, I will eat my shoe, Dagda, because there's just no way that should be able to happen. FoFo's in a 1v1, and he is annihilating Fenfen right now. Stun doesn't land. Fenfen just about gets under tower. Kingen, I'm surprised Kingen didn't just go for that, honestly.
I was half expecting it, but the rest of eStar have shown they walk past a few wards, so not wanting to go over-aggressive, and Kingen now making his way back towards this top lane to collect the way the Xiaobai is pushed in.
Wei is 4 levels behind his top laner right now. Xiaobai has hit level 10 already. He's going to be moving down towards the bottom side of the map. Kingen has TP, though.
Moving in towards this dragon. Oh,
Smite's on cooldown. He used it on the grab. Go, go, go. Time to fight, apparently. This is not a fight that they can win, though. They're already outnumbered. FoFo just about gets away. Knock up onto Fenfen, forced to chrono break, but Xiaobai has got in behind them, gets 1 kill, and now he's going to look for the rest of the team. Cyclone available, gets a knock up, but the Onslaught Shadow dodges the knock up. Beautiful from Kingen. Wings still alive. Wink comes in from the backside. Xiaobai, though, just isn't tanky enough. And now Wink finds himself completely and utterly alone. Rampaged on through, but they can't quite actually finish the kill.
So this is a comedy of errors from eStars. With Wei not being able to fight, he's behind in levels. With Wink, we talked about him only having a tier and a pickaxe for these fights. Well, that's exactly, well, he has the Sheen on top of it, but still not a position where he really wants to fight right now. BLG even get to the fight in a better position with low health bars on eStar. I don't know what eStar were thinking trying to take that fight.
Yeah, Wink at the end of it as well discovered the meaning of a devastating charge, honestly, because that was a lot of damage coming out from Kingen on the Hecarim. And he got 2 kills in that fight. He's going to only get stronger.
And you see here, this is the super long TP coming in from Xiaobai, but look at the health bars. So already ShiauC's gone. Fenfen is running after FoFo, but he's going to have to back away, and it becomes so easy for BLG to just turn onto each different member as they funnel in towards BLG. So eStar are able to get a few kills back in their favor, but still, BLG end up winning out in this trade.
And honestly, it's just like Spring. Xiaobai towards the end of Spring consistently was one of the real shining lights for eStar consistently. And he was one of the first ones to bring us this Wukong to the stage as well after the rework. Still living up to his name on the Wukong.
Yeah, and he looks great. I mean, it has been so crucial for eStar, as you said. They love these big engages. They love the opportunity to fight, and Wukong does well in skirmishes. He does well in these big team fights as well, too. So as long as you've got this monkey involved, there is a chance that eStar can find just enough disruption that Wink and Fenfen can carry, but unfortunately, you're still lacking that jungle intervention.
So, hang on, best 16 might be in trouble here. Facebreaker available for ShiauC. He just goes for the showstopper instead, pulls them all in because Fenfen's flanking, and the haymaker across them. This is a beautiful fight from eStar as XinMo will be taken down as well. FoFo is behind them, but he's pretty lonely himself. Best 16 gets to the turret. It's still going to be surviving there. And Kingen is about to arrive. He's ready to rampage through the squad. He's ready to get some charges off. ShiauC going to get a facebreaker onto Kingen, denied, but he just is so damn tanky and has so much damage. FoFo looking to chase as he pushes way away.
Xiaobai not able to join in, and Kingen is huge now. BLG will lose their top lane turret, might be able to trade in this bottom side or at least pick up the dragon for themselves, but still a little bit more gold going over towards eStar.
Another kill for Kingen and another team fight win for BLG. Bear in mind, best 16 is still up. They could look towards the dragon here.
He's already started. The Trundle right now is starting off that dragon, so BLG wanting to answer for the turret in the top lane and still get the dragon. So once again, BLG, although it looked a little bit messy to begin with, do end up finding that fight victory. But when we come to these later fights, I want to see BLG actually prepping properly for them. Moving into the river, grouping as 5, having this strong front to back. So it's not as easy for ShiauC to go for these crazy big engages on the set. You've got that separation with the Emperor's Divide, and then you can deal with this set while you're keeping the rest of eStars at bay.
And let's just kind of set an expectation here for how important this win is now for BLG, because you've not won a single game this split. You went 0-2 twice, once against Vici, once against FPX. You've been gifted this game on a platter. You've now got the gold lead, you've got 2 dragons, you even have the better scale and composition. BLG have to win this game if they want to look like a team in the LPL, let alone anything else.
I mean, look, you've already set yourselves off on a poor foot as eStar. So when you're this team that relies pretty heavily on finding that 2-item spike that Wink is just about to complete, and then solidifying that lead, you need to make sure you're hitting the ground running. But we're way slightly further behind. Well, now that pressure becomes doubled down on to Fenfen, onto Wink, and Xiaobai as well to be the big carry. So we will have to see if they can carry for the unfortunate mistakes that Wei has had so far. But BLG are still looking to double down, get these Rift Heralds.
ShiauC is just not going to let this game stop, though. Goes straight in onto XinMo. I mean, the showstopper stopped absolutely nothing, right? It goes in, nothing happens, they all back away.
Still, though, 2 towers so far going over towards eStar without that Rift Herald, so they're doing a reasonably good job so far.
In on towards the tower here. Wings is around, though. They can definitely fight this one. BLG, as you can see, both of their solo laners moving in from the sides. FoFo potentially looking for a flank.
TP's not quite finished for either the top laners, so going to take it a little bit slower on both sides, but still BLG off of FoFo's pushing the top lane. Answer back for those 2 towers. And you can see right now the gold lead is pretty much dead even, so it will come down to a lot of how teams operate in these fights to try and pick up the advantages.
So now BLG find themselves their 4th neutral objective of the game. This will be their 2nd herald. They already got 2 dragons as well. And Best is having a whale of a time. This is the dream scenario. If you're the jungler in this game, this is the dream scenario. This is the creme de la creme. You get a game where the enemy jungler literally can't contest neutral objectives, even if he wants to. That is just as good as it gets.
If he misses a smite, though, this game, my lord, is Reddit and Weibo going to go wild.
Yeah, you don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. Wink, ooh, takes a tower shot there, but Kingen's getting low.
I mean, Wink is happy to. He can use his ult here to clear out the wave. Now they actually have a lot of pressure on this mid lane because FoFo's gone back to base. You've just knocked out Kingen, so the eStar should be able to get this. Oh, not quite.
Wings is here to clear the wave, though. Can't quite push it on in. And, I mean, it's exactly what we said before, though. This is eStar. Even without Smite, they're still going to be aggressive.
They're starting to play these side lanes, though, pretty smart. So Fenfen is pushing in the top. You've already got bot lane pushed in. So now you're spreading BLG across the map, because already Kingen's got to go down to that bottom lane. Someone will have to deal with this top wave, and it'll give the opportunity for eStars to look for flanks underneath this turret.
And Wink gets to just sit around in that mid lane and just clear every wave as they come. And as you rightly say, Fenfen consistently shoving out in the top side, moving down towards the rest of his team. Baron will be spawning in 15 seconds there. But also, we're going to see Drake on the map once again in just over a minute. And you'd expect that to be a priority for BLG. The question will be, can eStar contest it before the matter? Can they find a kill onto Best?
And it becomes really difficult because Best is so tanky right now. He's already got his jungle ladder completed. He's got that Glacial Shroud as well. So he'll be starting to get a lot of armor, be able to steal away a lot of these stats with the Subjugate. So trying to pick Best is kind of a good spot for BLG. If you're investing all these resources and trying to kill one of the tankiest members on BLG, well, then you've got Wings, who's free hitting, FoFo's free hitting, and Kingen, who's probably decimating your backline.
I do want to bring one topic up here before this Dragon fight kicks off, and that's that we're in the LPL, Dagda. And you know what? Even with us, I know, yeah. Crazy, isn't it? Even without a smite, Wei is only one level down right now versus his jungle opponent, and this region is often determined by the team fights. I think that eStar have the ability to win through team fights. Fenfen thinks so too, as he goes straight in with the parallel convergence. He's gone real deep as he tries to get onto FoFo, flashes for it and pushed away by the Emperor's Divide. Fenfen, what are you doing, my friend? He's trying to get onto... That was awful! That was the worst thing I've ever seen. Now the fight really kicks off. Cyclone onto XinMo, who's been left out alone by the rest of his team. Damage isn't quite there. Yes, it is. Wink finishes it off. Kingen forced away as well. Pings towards the mid lane here.
I mean, look, eStar don't find the fight. They do find the fight, sorry. They're still able to get the 3 kills off the back of it, even with Fenfen going very deep. Best is up, though, so there is the opportunity for him to look for a steal, but not going to contest. Happy to give a Cloud Drake over towards eStar. So they do find that fight the way they wanted to before the objective.
They've got a dragon for themselves, Dagda. They're 3 away from me eating my shoes. Don't know if I'm willing to commit to that.
It's too late. We can chop it up. We can cook it later. But still,
so yeah.
Fenfen going super deep. And as you said, like, committing so much here. I think he was trying to predict the Emperor's Divide to get over. But Kingen, well...
So we missed the kill on Wings because we were looking at Fenfen during the fight. And then while we're looking at the kill onto Wings, there's another kill onto Xiaobai.
And this is Kingen finding his home. We talked about how strong of a carry top laner he is. Well, happy on this Hecarim, picking up the kills. Fenfen coming into the bot lane. BLG, you've got an Aphelios.
And you're not going to be able to steal with a smite, that is for sure. eStar, they've got to make a miracle happen right now, and Wink might just be the one to do it. In goes the True Shot Barrage. Oh, I thought he got it then. He got Best instead. Damage across the team here. It's going to be 1 for 0 in terms of kills. Wei getting aggressed upon by Kingen, who jumps in. But it's only on to ShiauC here. Haymaker across the team. Fenfen wants to go in. Here comes Xiaobai as well. He's going to have Cyclone available, and he's looking for a way in towards the squad. Knock up. It's only on to XinMo here as they push him away, but Xiaobai goes down himself. ShiauC now into the fight, but FoFo's there as well. FoFo gets himself a double. Wings with a million shuriken. Wants to turn this one around. Wants to do his best in-axe impression. Double kill now onto Wink Kingen. Oh, he wants that Ezreal, but he has to gallop away.
BLG, though, still get the Baron, so it's a 2 for 2 with Baron to BLG. So they can now look to enact their game plan, start pushing in these waves on both sides, moving to group, and forcing difficult decisions onto eStar.
I love that we are seeing Hecarim in the LPL once again. I love that we're seeing Hecarim in the meta, but I also love that this skin is basically a must. Like, every Hecarim you see, it's the arcade Hecarim. And you hear that little every time they go in and one-shot someone. It's beautiful to see. He's got the death stance, though, which means he is real tanky.
And this is what I love to see from Kingen. When he came over to BLG from KT Roaster, I was like, this guy's a carry player. Let him be a carry. And that's exactly what BLG have allowed him to do now in this game. But this was a strange decision from BLG. You've already got the Baron. Why do you need to fight here? Trade 1 for 1. Get out of there, keep your Baron onto multiple members, but trying to fight where Kingen has no ultimate, so you don't really have that front line in your Hecarim and your Trundle. And then it's easy for eStars to start wandering in here. ShiauC just waiting on that timer as well for his ultimate to come back up to set up the play for eStars.
FoFo barely surviving at the end of the fight, but obviously Wink was able to shut him out in the end. And Kingen maybe has been found out this time. He is still Hecarim though, and he's real good at escaping Onslaught of Shadows. He's going to feel away, but he got over the wall in time. Now the rest of the squad arriving way, flashes away. Best wants to shut him down, wants to finish this kill. And he's going to be able to do so here. No way out for the graves. Now wants ShiauC. He's got Dead Man's Plate, so he's going to be real quick. And XinMo is kind of lonely over there. Still going to spike damage across the team. In comes the True Shot Barrage. Maybe they can turn it around. The Cyclone! Everything landing. FoFo's still alive though, and he gets himself a double kill. Wink doesn't have the damage to get on in. Fenfen wants to get onto Kingen, but he can't. Wink goes in. FoFo uses the Zhonya's to keep himself safe. There's a minion to block the Mystic Shot. Kingen charging on in. Fenfen's in trouble. Might just be able to survive. No, he can't. In goes Kingen. Clops him down with the hooves. And in FoFo tried to get the recall. He's on a ward. Oh, Kingen's looking for Wink though. This fight will never end. I don't know why Kingen isn't just running straight at him, to be quite honest.
Has to be careful of the Iceborne Gauntlet, and that Death Dance is doing so much healing. I don't know if Kingen wins this fight.
And Kingen's on the wrong side of the fight as well. Way now arriving.
I don't think you want this way.
I don't think you can win that one. But Wink is here. One more auto. Wink is 10-1-4 right now, Dagda.
I was about to say, eStar at the start of that fight, it all looked disastrous because Wink has every ounce of gold on this team. He was 6-1 before that fight started and couldn't get into the fight because XinMo was keeping him away, which meant BLG at the start looked fantastic. But when Wink joins these fights, that's where he's able to come into his own as the AD carry. And this was the guy we were praising coming over from RNG in spring, and he's stepping up here in this game.
And look at the Dragon timer, look at the respawn timer. 20 seconds on each of them. Kingen with no teleport available. But eStar don't have Smite, so they need to try and find some kind of fight here.
The good news for them, and for all eStar's fans, is that Xiaobai has his flash. As a Wukong, that flash is amazing, because you can use your clone to close the distance, flash in onto the back line, and set up these fights so successfully, alongside Fenfen as well, who can provide quite a lot of that damage. But here we go, BLG, they think, nah, there's no way eStar are going to start this up without a smite, so it will get taken, not willing to move into the pit in case Xiaobai was able to find that big engage alongside ShiauC.
And I think basically also saying, look, it's just a Cloud Drake. It's only their second one. We're not too worried about it, especially with Kingen not in the right position. ShiauC is in the right position, though, as he wants to try and start a fight onto best 16. Gets spotted out, and Wink will be able to clear away the control ward as they move back through the jungle. Honestly, can I just say, Dagda, I'm so impressed that eStar even have a hope in this game.
So am I. I really thought that BLG would have been able to punish this harder, farm super aggressively, do a lot more with the Dragons and the Rift Heralds, but eStar have done a good job of answering for where BLG were putting the pressure. And even though Wei is essentially, well, not so much now a man down for eStars because he's been able to get towards some of these lethality items, well, BLG, this was the problem. No proactivity, not really able to secure early to mid-game leads, and they're struggling now when, as he said before, Munch gifted this early game.
Once again, though, they scale real well with an Aphelios, with an Azir as well. FoFo's been playing out of his mind this game, trying to carry these fights. And Wings, he's on the 3-item mark, so he's very much online at this stage. If he can just free fire in the fights, it's going to be very difficult for eStar to do much.
I'd love to see Wings pick up that Death Stance. That it would work so well against what eStar are trying to do and provide a little bit more security for Wings if he's trying to get burst out by Xiaobai, and give the time for FoFo and XinMo to reset these fights and give Wings a little bit more maneuverability in these big L scraps.
So one thing that is ever so slightly annoying in League of Legends right now, when you've got a Lich Bane proc, it looks the same as when you've got Rift Herald. Yeah. And it gets me every single time, man. I'm like, how does he have a Rift Herald at 20 minutes?
I was going to say, the 28-minute Rift Herald is definitely the deadliest because you don't expect it. You
really don't.
Yeah.
It's the Spanish Inquisition of neutral objectives, that is for sure. That and Aphelios Azir Barons, which we really could see this game.
Yeah. That Baron take is pretty darn scary, and we've already seen it before. They were able to take that pretty handily as BLG. They just decided to go for fight after for some reason, but hopefully learning from their wounds and now coming back to have a little bit of a better time here. But eStar, I've only got xiaoC hovering around here.
I don't know what he's doing. He's just like, come on, guys. I'm looking for... He's role-playing Sett right now. He's like, come into my fighting pit. I'll take you all on.
Actually, xiaoC didn't get spotted there on that ward. So now Wei will, but they have no idea xiaoC is in this bush as far as I know. So there is the opportunity here for xiaoC to set up a pretty big flank. And the biggest issue for eStars when it comes to these Baron fights is how well BLG can hunker down in these jungle paths coming up to the Baron. So if you've got xiaoC in this fantastic flank position, he can completely disrupt this front-to-back fight that BLG are looking for.
BLG are looking for a straight-up fight right now. Wei has to use his collateral damage just to get himself to safety there. I don't know why, but Wink really hates XinMo right now. Xiaobai wants a massive Cyclone. There won't be a huge amount of follow-up from the team right now, though. 2 knockups for him to start this one off. Wings and FoFo still safe. You've got to keep your eyes on the Azir in this fight. Kingen going to be charging around. He's going to stick to his team, and they found themselves a free tier 2.
They get the tier 2. They get the teleport out of Fenfen as well, and only for XinMo's health bar. As long as he stays standing, you're fine. So big engage tools from eStars down.
Yeah, there were pings on the Baron right there, but this team can take down Nexuses real quick. They need to get back. They need to get back now. BLG, whoa, I thought they were going to pull the trigger. I thought they were going to try and end the game. Now going to back away in the end.
Have to be careful, but xiaoC's here.
xiaoC's behind them. He's onto Wings, pulls him into the squad. Cyclone's on cooldown still, but he'll be back up soon. But the health bars are too low for eStars. This isn't a fight that they're winning. In goes Kingen, and down goes the health bars. eStar forced away, and everybody surviving until Fenfen trades 1 and maybe stops them winning the game.
Wink is still able to turn out a whole heap of damage. xiaoC trying to get on towards Wings, but the problem was there's no follow-up CC there. Xiaobai didn't have his ultimate available. Fenfen wasn't able to get in aggressive because he as well didn't have his ult up and available. So a lot of these tools aren't quite there. So when that comes down, no follow-up CC to keep Wings in place. He flashes out. You don't even have to get the... Oh, there's actually no mana for the Azir ultimate there for FoFo, but the Severum, the Crescendum, the healing, it's all working wonders.
How is Wei dead? Why is Wink here? What just happened? I have no idea what happened. Wei got caught out alongside Wink.
So, Baron for BLG.
I mean, it's not like the Smite has died, because Wei never brought Smite to this game. So I guess it was already theirs to take. There's the Smite onto it. Xiaobai has found himself way onto FoFo, though. But Azir survives. Barely. Haymaker across the team, and they're going to be trading. Kingen goes in. Wink, this is all on you, my friend. Best desperately trying to survive, and he will be able to very easily, because Wings gets a triple, and he's looking for a quadra right here. Although he's in trouble, because Fenfen wants to do exactly the same thing. Zhonya's on him. He's going to have the Chrono Break available. We'll go for that, but no real damage to be had. Wings gets another one. In fact, Kingen steals the quadra.
And now it's Wei versus 3. He just uses ulti. Okay, this is... All right. Okay, take it away, Munch. Let's wrap
Yeah,
this one out.
I don't think this one's going on any longer. 24-22. And do you know what? eStar. I'm thanking my lucky stars that they didn't bring Smite to this one, because it meant we got an absolute brawl. It meant we got a fun-to-watch game here. And it meant that BLG get their first win of the season. 1-0 BLG. They've defeated the Smiteless jungler.
So,